dramaturgical work on Joe Jackson. First, we'll give you some previous action. This Studs of a Gentleman began his professional acting career in 2000, and he toured from 2001 to 2007 along the journey which he met his lovely wife Amy. And but soon he discovered his love for teaching. And
Joe belongs where he can tap dance and run as far as the earth can reach. He's gotta be where his spirit can run free.
Gotta use his masters to go teach.
That isn't even the right musical for his thesis.
Oh,
Right.
yes. So Mr. Jackson's interest in higher learning led him to the need to better himself with a master's degree, and he began looking for just the right program.
It's time to try to find a program now. It's time to
Actually, it's still not the right musical.
But it's all for the best.
That's not the right music.
Yes, but it's all for
Stop.
Yes, but it's all for the
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
So, now here at Roosevelt University, you can always see Joe
Tapping through lives, temples and time steps.
Okay, back to Joe. So his first year started with some classical theater and some makeup.
And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over.
Like you're doing with my lines right now.
By his second year, Joe began to room with.
There's been some confusion, for you see, my roommate is unusually and exceedingly peculiar, has been impossible to describe.
During his second year, everyone couldn't help notice Joe's penchant for pinching used office chairs and bookshelves.
And of course, the Chicago Marathon.
Run, Jackson, run the marathon.
That's not even the right composer.
Right.
Which brings us to the current with love.
And through dramaturgy, Joe created a thesis.
Yes, at last, a thesis show.
Of course, Stephen Schwartz, based on a book written by a stud, featuring a song by a character named Joe.
You take a class, you get a grade.
You spend 6 weeks, ain't getting paid. You toss a bag.
And watch it fall. And maybe next time, try foosball.
We will miss his smile and his calm advice. Thoughts he kindly shares, no one is as nice. All his stylish socks, he's so fucking cool. But now, he's done with school.
So goodbye.
Hey, guys, we've already established that in the circumstances, that's not even the right composer.
Joe, goodbye.
So finally, we're to present the really long Lifetime Achievement Award. And that goes to Ken Pterodactyl Soup Ruffalo. No relation to Mark Ruffalo, sorry MTI.
Here are some clips from Ken's time in the program.
This was Ken and Shakespeare.
And here's Ken in period style.
Oh, yes.
Ken in makeup. combat, Ken.
And adaptation Ken.
There was the lack of movement, Ken.
And sound lift Ken.
Costume Barbie, Ken.
Ken Wallen set design.
Contempt, or where are you directing, Ken?
The studios Ken in dramaturgy.
Musical theater, Ken?
Lamon Ruffalo.
And finally, voice Ken. And another time, he was sick, and he wouldn't even take penicillin, because on account he bet some guy 5 C's that his temperature would go to 104. It went to 106.
Honor Ken's many achievements, we just wanted to ask. What's happening in the Miller? I'll tell you what's happening in the Miller. A guy from Russell War High School decides to get his master's in theater directing, so he applies and then gets accepted to the fast track program at Roosevelt University. That's what's happening in the Miller.
What's happening at UC? I'll tell you what's happening at UC. The guy was tired of his 12 hours commute to and from the Miller, 662, and didn't want to do it during dramaturgy. That's what's happening in the UC.
What's happening all over? We'll tell you what's happening all over.
A guy completed 3 years of grad school work, including a class in voice, and didn't speak a single word.
That's what's happening all over.
A year's Shakespeare, and well, did he start with?
Then on to adaptation and stage combat.
Yes, sir. He's a silent type, unless the moment is right. Then his sarcasm comes out for all to hear. Soon he'll be the guy directing hilarity when he makes the man who came to dinner reality. Many beers does he like to soothe his liquid appetite, and he says that research for character. Call it sad if you want to. With a roommate like me, you've got to. He's the best guy of them all. Yes, Ken is the best guy of them all.
This year was filled with friendships, learning, memories, challenges. Each one of you has had an important role in this program and shaping each and every one of us. Don't think of this moment as your denouement. Think of it as your point of attack. And with that, we want to send you off with one final note.
Cheers, we're gonna miss you and all places you go, but don't go too far because we all
Want to see